What's up guys, we're back with the RX-7 and I promise in this video we are gonna try to start this car, okay? No more messing around and half-assing it. We are gonna get this motor going today. And the reason for that is that the part that I was waiting for, I have it, it's ready to go. I think I have everything to get this car back together. It's just a matter of doing it. So it's exactly where it was last time when I ended the video. So basically we're just gonna keep going and get this all ready to go and then turn that key over, okay? So let me show you the reason we had this delay and that I couldn't do this in the last video. I got my turbo here, it's back, it's ready to go. The internals are all new and spinning freely. This is an old gasket. I got my new gasket and everything here. So turbo is apparently good to go. The casing and stuff is still old. The internals are new. It was kind of binding a little bit. It might have been okay, but I didn't want to risk it, so we're good to go. So basically what I'm gonna do is take off this air pump that I put on here last time, just so I have a little bit more room. And then I'm gonna get the exhaust manifold on there and then put the turbo on. We got the exhaust manifold gasket right here. We got the exhaust manifold right here, turbo right here. I got my water and oil lines right here. Ain't nothing to it but to do it. Okay, exhaust manifold is on after a bit of fighting. There it is, exhaust manifold is on. I'm just gonna put in the nuts and then we will get to work on that turbo. Okay, so I just spent some time getting the turbo bolted in. So it's all bolted up to the exhaust manifold and torqued down. The coolant line, this is the one from the back of the turbo. That one's good. And the coolant line up here, this hard one right here with the banjo bolt, that one's good. I also have the oil feed line in. That's from here, coming off of there. Oil drain, this here is all good. At the bottom there, at the bottom of the turbo, one of the bolts is in, the other one is giving me some trouble. I can't line it up properly and it's really hard to get underneath my car and my hand's cramping. So I'm gonna do that in a bit. I made a note that I have to remember to put that bolt in. I got to raise up this car a little more. And I don't want to do that right now because I still have a lot of stuff to do up here and I don't want it to get too high. So I might put that bolt off until later. We'll finish everything up here. And then when I go down there to do my banjo bolt and stuff for my oil cooler, then I'll try doing the oil drain bolt at that time. So I guess now with the turbo all in, what we're gonna do is, oh, this vacuum line here, I also changed it to silicone. I'm gonna change these two as well, but I'll do that later on before I put my intake here. So now what I'm gonna do is put my idle air control up there, and then we'll get the ABS, and then we can work up here. So that's what I'm gonna do right now. Okay, so idle air control is on. I put new silicone vacuum lines here and got rid of the broken rock hard rubber lines that were there. These have all been changed except for this one. I'll change this when I have a place to put that end into. I'll just leave it there for now as is. But I also put this little joint here to get the hose to go to the manifold. I got the clamp on at the bottom coming from the turbo, and that's all good. So now I have to put my ABS here. I'll either do that next or I'll probably, actually let's do this. I'm gonna put this on real quick. I cleaned it up as well as I could. It's not amazing. It's not amazing, but it's good as it's gonna get, I guess. So this is gonna go here like this. And that gets clamped onto the turbo, and then this hose will go onto that T right there. So I'm gonna quickly put this on, and then I think after that we get working on that ABS. We'll do the ABS and then we'll finish this. So we're gonna put that on real quick, just like this, and just like that. This is in. with all the hoses and everything connected, solid. And I think we just keep this momentum and get the airbox here as well. And we'll do it the same way. And airbox is in, beautiful, coming together. Man, once the fan shroud is here and the intercooler is here, this thing is gonna look complete. So I'm pretty much there right now. I don't really have much left to put on. I got my clutch fan and my ABS and then my intercooler. That's my ABS and then my intercooler, which is over there. So I think what I'll do now, somehow get my ABS module in here, then we'll go from there. Let's get the ABS module in real quick. Oh man, this is tiring. I am so beat. This was hard to get in. There was almost no space, even though I thought I had enough space. I had to fight with these lines to fit. Getting that plug in was a pain in the ass. That goes to the ABS module. It's good. There's not much room down there. I had to get that ground on too. And I got pretty big hands and my hands are freaking like cut up now. So there's not much left. I have my intercooler to put on at the top, which I'll do. And that's pretty much it. And then I can do the clutch fan, fan shroud, all that stuff. I'm also missing that pump, the air pump. So basically the exhaust that was on this car, it was a catback exhaust. It was a Racing Beat one. So because it had the cat, this car had the cat still, the air pump was functional, it was working. Now what I did was I am gonna use only the back portion of that exhaust that it was, and I'm putting a new downpipe in and a pre-silencer and removing that cat that was there. There's no reason for a air pump, but I am gonna put it because I don't have, I guess if you remove the air pump, you need like a dual pulley and something else. And I don't have that, and I don't really want to spend the money on it right now. I just want to get this car started, and then in a few months, I'll go that route and delete the air pump. So basically what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to have the air pump functioning. It's going to do its thing, but it's going to, instead of blowing air into the cat, it's just going to blow it underneath the car. Now look how beat I look. Okay, now it's time to get the intercooler on. I don't know why I want the intercooler on so bad. I think it just kind of makes it look like the whole engine bay is done. So whatever, let's get the intercooler on. And after that, let's get the clutch fan on. I got the air pump on already. It is where it should be. That hose is really shiny because I put some dressing on it. It was kind of faded pretty badly, so let's keep going. Intercooler. This thing's super easy. 2 bolts here and 2 bolts here. A couple hoses. So from where we're at now, I think the best thing to do at this point is to get the belts on. So I got these Gates belts, AC, power steering, air pump and alternator and the fan. Guys, so I think I'm pretty much done. I just got to put the fan shroud on and the clutch fan on, and that's it. That's it. She's a wrap. And then there's the air intake that will go up here, but that is literally it. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna turn the camera off and tidy up this and get the fan and everything on there, and then I'm gonna show you guys the end result and show you what my engine bay looks like once I'm completely done. And here we are. This was a long time coming. It is so nice to see this car like this. Pretty much, well, it is not pretty much, it's all complete except for the fluids. It has no fluids, but man, everything is just perfect. Never thought I'd see it complete again, but here we are. So slowly but surely, we are there. So some bad news. I know I said I was gonna start it in this video, but unfortunately I don't think that's gonna happen. And let me tell you why. I don't have my fuel tank in, and I don't have my fuel pump hanger here as well. It's at my shop, and I thought I was gonna be able to put the fuel tank and stuff in today, but I can't. And the reason is that when I was removing the fuel tank, one of the bolts, like one of the holes where the bolt for the strap goes in, it snapped, and there's no way to fix that without cutting an access hole, doing some welding and fixing that. And that is just not gonna happen right now, especially on jack stands. So unfortunately, this car is not gonna start today. I'm gonna have to make another video after I tow this to my shop. I have a hoist there. I'm gonna put it on the hoist, and that's where I'll do the fuel tank stuff, and then we'll start it up. I also have a little bit of connections, plugs and stuff to plug in at the transmission at the bottom. I tried doing that on a creeper, on jack stands. It's not ideal. So I left them for now. I'll do the bottom stuff, whatever I'm missing, once it's on the hoist as well. So engine bay, 100% done. The fuel pump stuff with the fuel tank, I got to do it on the hoist. So I'm going to tow the car there probably tomorrow, and a couple plugs at the bottom. And then I got to put my drive shaft in as well, which I'll do on the hoist, and then we'll start it. So unfortunately, you guys have to wait one more video, but I will make it worth it. So I got some parts for my interior yesterday, which I ordered. So I showed you guys in the last video, I was making a list of stuff I was ordering, like the steering column cover and stuff like that. So, and I told you the steering wheel was getting reupholstered, shift knob was getting refurbished. Steering wheel was getting refurbished, shift knob was getting refurbished, new shift boot, stuff like that, and some other plastics that were broken, like my dash vents up there were broken, and some other little trim pieces. I got all of those. This is the new steering column cover. That's the old one that was broken. I got this piece. Oh, I got parts of my exhaust as well. So I'm gonna finish the interior in this video because I wanna, put something else in this video since I'm not gonna be starting this car. So we'll get the interior completed here. Quickly put the steering column in. Nice and sturdy, looks great. The plastic doesn't absolutely match, but you know what? When you're restoring a 36-year-old car, everything's not going to be perfect. Also, this new 3D printed one I ordered didn't have the little slot for the little keyhole light. I might try to make it work later on. For now, I'm not worried about it. I'll have to do some cutting if I do want to make it work. And right now, I don't want to do any cutting into this at the risk of cracking it or something. So I'm not going to mess around right now, but at a future date I might try putting the keyhole light in, just because my OCD is telling me everything should be perfect. We'll see. So I'm going to rebuild the shifter, of course, before I put it back in. So I'm going to remove these 4 bolts. I have a new boot. We're going to put that on, and then I ordered a kit off Amazon to rebuild the shifter. I'll show you what that looks like. So let's rebuild the shifter and finish this next. Here's the new shifter boot. It's got all the pieces. I think it comes in 3 pieces, and that one's good. So we're gonna put that in, and then we're gonna rebuild the shifter. So this is the kit I bought. Apparently it works for the RX-7. Apparently you don't need everything in there, but some of it you do. And here's the old shifter. So we're gonna change out all these plastic parts and that plate, and then get this back in. So let's do that right now. Okay, so unfortunately we're gonna have to take a little break to go to the auto parts store, and let me tell you why. So what I just realized is this little shifter area has a little bit of fluid in it, and it's not really connected to the rest of the transmission, so I need to put fluid in here. I was gonna buy all the fluids later together, but I'm gonna have to buy it now because I'm not gonna put this thing back together with old fluid. I already got as much of the old fluid out as I could. I used a turkey baster. So this is the old bushing. I'm going to replace this, and then there's a little metal one underneath. I'm going to replace that as well. So this is the old fluid. Disgusting. I used a turkey baster to get it out. It's dark and gross and ugly, so we definitely weren't going to put that back in. This is ready to go in. So anyways, I'm just going to pause for a bit, go get some oil, and we'll be right back. All right, I'm back from the auto store, and the choice for gear oil for this car is Royal Purple 75W90. I heard this stuff is good. We're gonna give it a try. I've never used it in any of my cars before. In my 300ZX, I use Redline, which is obviously top of the line, but apparently this is supposed to be good stuff as well. I want to run it in the FC and see how it does. Pretty much what we're going to do right now is pour a little bit of this. I think maybe it's like 100 milliliters, not much. We're going to pour a little bit of it in there, and then get the bushing and everything a little bit lubricated with this, and then we can put the shifter mount with the shifter mount and boot and stuff in there and finish this up. So that's what we're going to do right now. So that's how much fluid I put in there, just enough to kind of cover that whole spring completely. And I put the bushing in there as well, like that. Gasket, everything is right there. So now all we got to do is line up this bushing with that pin in there, and then click it down. So that's what I'm going to do right now. I'm going to put my camera down and make sure I do this right, because I don't want to break this bushing. So here, let me show you as soon as I push this in. Basically it's going to get pushed in, but I got to line up these two bushings together. Okay, I think I got it. It kind of went in pretty easily. I think it's good. And I got the bolt holes lined up, so I think it's good. Let's get these bolts in. This kit even came with new bolts. That's pretty sweet. So everything else in this kit I didn't have to use. So there was this rubber cap thing, didn't need it, and these two pins of some sort, didn't need those either. So let's go get these bolts in. Nice. Honestly, I don't like that spring. It doesn't come back to the middle by itself. That might need to be fixed at some point. For now, the rest of it feels good. It's just that spring is kind of weird. Boys, I actually fought with this quite a bit. I had to take the shifter back out, put the plate on, put the plate and boots on, and then get the shifter in. Everything's bolted, everything's tight, the boots are on. Okay, now let's get the shifter boot on there. Here we are, nice new shifter boot. Oh man, this is nice. We gotta finish it off by putting the shift knob on right now as well. I just realized I didn't do this. I didn't get this refinished. I'm gonna have to do this as well for sure. This is horrible. This is really coming together. That looks so sweet. The old one was so bad. Oh man, that's really coming together. That looks so good, boys. Damn, but you know what? It's getting dark and I'm tired. It's been a long day. What I'm gonna do is go upstairs, take a shower, get to bed. We're gonna pick up where we left off. Tomorrow we're gonna do the steering wheel. Then we'll work on the vents in the dash there and also the ones on top of the dash there. That's what we'll do tomorrow. I'll catch you guys in a bit. All right, and just like that, we are back. So now I'm gonna get this piece in next. This is from like the front dash vent area, like right there on top of the dash. So this is stronger plastic than even the OEM one. The texture is kind of off, but you know, this isn't really visible, so I'm not too worried about it. And this was obviously 3D printed and looks like it was joined by some sort of material in the middle, because he probably had to print two separate sections, I'm guessing. But honestly, for the price that I paid for this is not bad at all. This is pretty cheap. I think there's like $100 maybe for these vents. I selected the one that you could put the VIN on here. So I believe I can attach my VIN here as well, which I definitely am gonna do. And then these will just pop right in. They got the clips there, everything. And then this is just a cover for the middle of both of these. So this is where these will go, right here at the bottom. Then that cover will go in there. Here's my little plate with the VIN on it. I kept it when it broke off the other dash vent piece. I think I just take these rivets out, screw it in here like that. So that's what I'm gonna do right now, and then I'm gonna pop these in. I'll let you guys know how it fits in just a second. Honestly, that worked out pretty good. So that's how that one's gonna go on. Okay, looks like right there is good. Honestly, it actually went in pretty good. This side looks loose, like right here. But it's actually fine. It seems like it's loose because there's actually no clip at the end. The clips are all here onwards. But honestly, for the price, can't beat it. Last piece is this. And this looks like it's going to be in there nice and snug, which is perfect. Nice. There you go. Dude. Bro, that is perfect, man. I am very happy with that, honestly. Sick. It's gonna be a bit hard to see because of the glare and my dirty windshield, but I wanted to give you guys this view as well to kind of show you how it looks. If you can tell. I'll show you again once this car's washed, but I just kind of want to give you a glimpse. Perfect. Let's keep going. Let's see what's next. Last 3D printed piece I received was these vents that go on top of the dash. Mine are currently destroyed, and looks like they come with an extra clip. We'll put that on, and then these just get pushed right in. There you go. Good deal. Next one. That side. And this one is in as well. So we got all the trim pieces, vents, everything in. Okay, last thing is this. So remember I was saying I got the shift knob, the boot, and the steering wheel refinished. So this is the original steering wheel. Let's get under some better light. So I sent this out to a guy who refurbished and reconditioned the leather. this leather was all dry and cracked and everything. So obviously it's not perfect. You can still see some imperfections and stuff. But overall, for the original steering wheel, I think he did this for like 50 bucks. So now what we're gonna do is we're gonna install this, and then I'm just gonna put the wheels back on, and then this car is ready to get towed to my shop. I think I can do that tomorrow. So let's quickly get this steering wheel in, wrap things up real quick. So steering wheel in 3, 2, 1. Boys, check this out. Dude, this looks so good. I am so happy with how this turned out. Now I can finally get this thing towed to my shop so we can do some of the work underneath and start on the suspension and bodywork soon after we get this thing turned over. Now I can finally get this to my shop because it's all in one piece. No missing parts, nothing like that. We can put it on the hoist there, put the gas tank in, and then see if this thing will start. So I'm really excited. That interior was so much work. The engine bay was so much work. It's so nice to see it completely finished like this. And it's kind of giving me my motivation back to kind of put more time into this now because I can see that the end is closer. Super, super happy, man. Put the mats in here for now just to show you guys. I got these new mats. I'm not sure how the quality of them is, to be honest. It doesn't seem like the best quality, but they look great. And for my purposes and the amount that this car is going to get driven just on the weekends or whatever, they will serve fine. Look how good the steering wheel and everything looks in here. Everything is just perfect. The only thing my interior is missing is the seats. So like I was saying before, I got the skins for them. I just need to find some time to rebuild those seats and then put them back in here. So what I'll do is I'll make a separate video how to reupholster your own seats to make them brand new again with new foam, leather, and everything. Even the trunk, look how nice everything looks. So sweet. Anyways, that's pretty much all I got for you guys. I hope you guys enjoyed that video. I do still have to do a little bit of things on the inside, but I'm not too worried about it right now. What I mean is I need to clean those door cards. I didn't change the door cards or fix anything on them because they're pretty much mint, but they are dirty and kind of faded. So I do need to bring them back to life. I'll do that once the car's completely done. I'm not worried about detailing door cards right now. Got a lot more stuff to do on this car before I worry about detailing door cards. So anyways, hope you guys enjoyed that video. I will see you soon, hopefully with another one. But in the meantime, thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you guys soon. Peace.